Morning Year 4, and this is your literacy video for if you've got this book or this book on Thursday the 14th of January. Now we'll start with this book first. Okay, and for today's learning we are going to be turning to page 5. Okay, and the title of this one is a question, and we know it's a question because of the question mark at the end. And it says, what happens next? So what happens next? Look at the pictures. Tick the picture which finishes each story. So if we have a look here at this first one, we can see there's a little boy and he looks like he's wearing striped pyjamas, and we wear our pyjamas when we're ready for bed. And he's got a teddy bear in his hands, and he's got his hand over his mouth like he's yawning. And then in the next picture, there's a sink, and he's got his hand up to his mouth, and he looks like he's brushing his teeth. And what I need you to do is to decide what happens next. So, does he go and play golf? If we see he's got a golf club in his hand there, and there's a ball on the floor. Or does he get into bed? And you're going to put a tick in the box that you think is correct. And remember, a tick looks just like that. And you've got 2 of those to have a go at today. Now, once you've done your ticks, I would like you to have a go at writing that story. So I'm going to do an example for you. So, the little boy was tired. He held his teddy bear. Then he brushed his teeth for 2 minutes. Now, I'm not going to tell you the end of my story because remember, you've got to decide it. And you could write your story on here if you can find the space, or in your green spelling book. Please remember to use your capital letters, your finger spaces, and your full stops in your story. Now let's have a little think about this book now then. So if you've got this one, this is for your learning. And you are going to go on to page 5 as well. And the title of this one is Seasons. Now, seasons are something that happens outside to our weather. And we've got 4 seasons. We've got spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And you definitely will have heard these words before. And we're now in winter, aren't we? And in each box, it gives you a little description. So I'm going to read a description for you. I'm going to read winter because that's our season now. It is cold and, oh no, this is a really long word. So what I'm going to do to help me is I'm going to chunk it. I'm going to use my finger so I can only see part of my word. And I know that word. That one's some. And then I'm going to show the next part. So we've got some, times. So sometimes it snows. And we've had a little bit of snow recently, haven't we? Some animals sleep until spring. This is cold, and again we've got a very long word, so I'm going to add my sound buttons to that word, thinking about those sounds that I know. So hibernation. Have a look at all those sounds in that word. Hibernation. And what we've got to do is we've got to use all of this information to answer our questions. Now, the first question is asking us about when do trees start to lose their leaves. So I'm going to be looking for the box that starts to tell me about the leaves. So I'm going to circle my keyword leaves. Which other box are we talking about leaves? Oh, I can see something about leaves in summer. But this is telling me that trees have full green leaves. It's not telling me that they lose their leaves. It must be in another box. Or when I can see leaves again here. It starts to get colder, the leaves change colour and start to fall from their trees. So you've got to decide which season trees start to lose their leaves. The second question is all about that long word that I helped you to sound out. Hibernation. Hibernation. And remember, that's in our winter box, so read that one to find your answer. And this last question is a little bit different because it says, which is your favourite season and why? So your answer might be different to your mum's or your brother's or your friends because it's what you think. Now, my favourite season is spring, and I like spring because you see the leaves starting to grow again, and you see lots of baby animals like baby lambs, and the weather starts to get a little bit warmer. So once you have finished today's learning, you're going to take a picture and send it to year 4 on their email address so that we can see how well you have done.